on that day of June 25th, we shall also march. And so on that day, the religious leaders have assured us, the same way they assured us in the prayers 2 days ago, they will pray for the survivors, so that again, President William Ruto and the police do not again shoot them in the legs.
So we have received a lot of threats from the DCI officers, police officers. We have received a lot of things that on 25th, our lives are on danger. We want to appeal to them today that personally, nikitoka kwa nyumba, nitaacha kama nimeambia bibi yangu nisiporudi, tell my kids that I died on a struggle to make sure that this country is conducive for my son and for my daughter.
Members of the clergy and members of the people who are here and members of the journalists, we are gathered here because on 25th we are going to have a commemoration for those men and women and the young people who died. And because of that, we are urging all the people around the country. It's not, don't want a demonstration. And we are not asking for more blood and destruction of properties. We are going across the whole country. The people who will be doing this across the country to do it peacefully. We as the members of the clergy, we will be visiting the families. We will be going around the police stations and like parliament to present flowers so that we say that the people who died during this cause are not forgotten. And we are urging the government and urging even the goons who might be used to distract that please, it is just a peaceful day. It is a day to remember. It's not a day to strike. It's not going to be a day to fight. It is not going to be a day that we are going to be so bitter. We are bitter, yes. We are heartbroken, yes. But we only pray that that day it will be peaceful as we move around. And on that day, as we do that and we move around, please, 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 anybody who is preparing to cause havoc, we are going to be peaceful. Peaceful. We ask for restraint from the members of the police force and the government as all. Thank you.
Long live the people, long live.
Long live. More power to the people, more power.
More power.
Thank you so much for honoring our call, our invitation. Here with us is Amka Changamka Youth Movement, together with the other patriotic comrades and other members of other movements. This one today is a statement we are giving as a directive to the nation. A press statement for immediate release, June 25th commemoration, preparedness, visibility, vigilance, and accountability. We, Amka Changamka, a movement of conscious and organized young Kenyans, issue this statement ahead of June 25th National Commemoration Day as a moment of remembrance, resistance, and accountability. June 25th remains a painful reminder that Kenyans were killed while exercising their constitutional right. We will not forget, and we will not allow the truth to be buried or distorted. All young people who will be attending the commemoration, we are urging you to move in communities. Do not stand alone. Have at least one trusted friend, a brother, a sister, who is actively looking out for you at all times. During the commemoration, we call upon young people across the country to live stream the event, take pictures, record videos, and share widely. We have also deployed advanced drone technology and personal body cameras to capture real-time footages across different locations. Any violation of human rights will be documented with sufficient verifiable evidence.
Long live the struggle, long live!
Long live!
In case of emergencies, participants are urged to use the following hotlines. Law Society of Kenya 0800 720 434. Defenders Coalition 0716 200 100. Independent Medical Legal Unit 0706 162 795. Kenya National Commission on Human Rights 0800 720 627. Amnesty International Kenya 0759 764 346. Civic Freedoms Forum 0728 303 864. Kenya Human Rights Commission 0728 606 583. And the National Police Service number 999.
My name is Nyanjom Joshua. We call upon local international human rights organizations to keep a close and active watch on the event of June 2026 and to be prepared to respond to any violations with urgency and transparency. We will not tolerate the use of organized criminal group planted to infiltrate peaceful commemorators in order to justify use of force. We remind all security agencies that this commemoration is lawful. In any use of excessive force, unlawful arrest, or covert operation against peaceful citizens, we will document and pursue through all available accountability channels. We call on all Kenyans to remain vigilant, to look out for one another, and to stand firm in defense of their rights. No one should stand alone. Amka changamka. Lastly, I want to tell the nation that us as young people, since we saw that IPOA, they failed even to do justice to one Rex Masai because the footages were there, they were provided, and they failed to single out that police officer who shot Rex. And we are telling the nation that this time we've decided to write our own story. That's why on Thursday we are going to have our people with body cameras and drones all over to document those rogue police officers, to cover those goons who will come to infiltrate the movement. And we are telling the people who are saying why we should come out on June 25th that it's our right. Those who wrote the Constitution were aware, well, they put the Article 37 of the Constitution that give us right to picket and demonstrate. Commemoration is our right. We cannot just forget those people who lost their life while fighting for this nation. Viva, comrades, viva!
Viva!
Lastly, we are telling the IG to tell the rogue police officers that this time round, we won't allow them to kill any one of us. We are tired of you police officer killing us left, right, and center. Thank you.
My name is James Mulamba, and I have a message for the police, the CS Interior, the Goons, our border community, and to the rest of the country that will accompany us and team up with us in the commemoration and in paying homage of the young people we've lost in 2024 and the ones we lost in 2025 on June 25th, 2025, and on the Sabasaba movement of 2025. Not forgetting that we lost Boniface Kariuki, the mask vendor, who was shot point blank, Albert Ojwang, and so many other young Kenyans in 2025. So the deaths did not stop in 2024. The trail of horrors followed us all through into 2026. To the police, we need to send a stern warning to you that we will unmask you. And we are advising you to wear official uniform on June 25th, 2025. 2026, sorry. Lest we confuse you with the goons, criminals and thugs. Because we cannot tell apart a goon and a police officer in plain clothes who is in a mask and in balaclavas. To the police, I want to remind you that you will bear individual responsibility for excessive use of force and following illegal orders. You have seen, as with the case with Clincy Barasa, the police officer who shot Boniface Kariuki, the mask vendor. He is on his own. Murkomen hata watafutia lawyer. And to CS Interior, Bwana Kipchumba Murkomen, yes, we followed your interview at Citizen TV at great length, and we were very keen on what you said. And you appeared to sanitize goons, because you said that the police exercised restraint, that's why they were not arresting the goons. In the first place, you had denied that goons are deployed to demonstrations. But after you conceded, you said that the police were probably exercising some restraint in not arresting the goons. Bwana Murkomen, we find this funny and laughable because the same police do not exercise restraint when dealing with protesters who are actually unarmed. As you can see here, we only have our flowers and a flag. So why would you exercise restraint when dealing with goons but meet excessive and brute force on unarmed protesters? We need to see the reciprocity of this in dealing with protesters on June 25th, 2026, this coming Thursday. Unless the police and the goons serve the same master, and that's why you're not arresting the goons. Rumor has it that some of the goons are police officers in plain clothes. That is to be substantiated later. As to the goons, I need to remind you that you are on your own. When you get arrested or when we apprehend you and do a citizen's arrest, you should remember that whoever sent you will not pay a cash bail for you, and they will not send a lawyer to represent you in court. Na mkumbuke mshahara ni nusu. Mnalipo ya asubuhi, ya jioni haitaingia. And as a wind up to the bodaboda community, majamaa vile tuliongea last year and the year before that, you guys have really come in handy in helping us apprehend these goons. Mmetusaidia sana because mnajua watu wa town na watu si wa town. And I'm sending this message to the entire bodaboda organization all over the country. Tusaidieni kudeal na goons. Hold these guys, bar them from getting into town. Washike sisi tukuje tuwapeleke police station. Tufanyieni haki hawa jamaa. Sijasema muwapige, tusaidieni tu kuwashika. That is important. And identifying them. Mtu asiingie town na pikipiki imebeba watu watatu wamebeba marungu. Mahali wamechukulia marungu, tuiteni hapo tukuje. As I wind up, to the protesters, siri ni numbers. We have managed to overpower rogue police officers and resist illegal arrest, abduction and detention by standing in solidarity. Naomba tutokee in our numbers on June 25th, 2026 so that we stick together, and in our numbers we force this government and the goons to stick to the law and the order of the day, so that we do a peaceful march and a commemoration for the heroes we lost. Viva comrades, viva!
Viva! Viva comrade, viva! Viva! Viva comrade, viva! Viva! My name is Francis Awino, and today is a very important day to us, not just like activists, but as the people of this nation. Today, we are sending a message to the government, and we are telling them we are not asking for permission so that we can do what we want to do on 25th. We are only asking you to follow the Constitution and adhere with Article 37 of the Constitution of this nation. We are urging Murkomen, kama hamuna Constitution, you can pin me your location, niwalete Constitution, msome Article 37, na ndio muelewe chenye sisi kama youth tunataka. Nikiendelea, Public Order Act Section 5 it talks about notifying the police and the authority, which we did, and we have done it again today. So we don't need funny excuse ati hatukuwa notified. We have already notified you, na tumewa notify tena, and we know what we are doing. Lastly, to the goons, we have seen a lot of things happening. Na saa zenye tunaambia authority, we need them to comply with the constitution. Hatuwaambii mtuletee polisi wenye hawajielewi, na hatuwaambii serikali mtuletee goons. We are telling you,
Colgate Charcoal Gentle Clean cleans and polishes teeth for a whiter smile and a naturally fresh and clean mouth. Choose natural. Choose Colgate Charcoal.
to bring people and police officers who are sound-minded na wenye watakuja kutulinda saa zenye tuna emphasize Article 37 of this nation. Thank you very much. May God bless this nation. May God bless you all. Asanteni.
My name is Odhiambo Jiro. I'm a human rights officer with Kenya Human Rights Commission, and I'm representing human rights organizations, civil society, social justice centers, among other non-state actors who believe in rule of law, social justice, and accountability. So, can we raise up our flowers? Raise up our flowers. Raise up our flowers. Raise up our flowers. Raise up your flowers. On June 25th, we are going to walk in peace, raise up our flowers as a show of love, and with the families who are here with us, the survivors are here with us. We will take these flowers to relevant police stations to tell them kwamba vijana hawana ngori na polisi. But we are demanding for restraint and accountability. So mtu yoyote ambaye ataingia town without a flower, without a white handkerchief, can you raise your white handkerchief? Raise it up. Raise it up. White handkerchief. Bendera ya Kenya, raise it up. Raise it up. Raise it up. Raise it up. Bendera ya Kenya, raise it up. Toa kwa shingo, raise it up. We will be waving the national flag. We will be affirming that we are patriotic to this nation. And we respect the constitution. And we will be doing everything according to our laws of the land. So we are already showing good intention to the government of the day. And we are already committing to the citizens, the families and victims, that we will be only engaging in lawful processes. And so we are also asking the government to reciprocate in equal measure by also following the law and respecting Kenyans who will be coming out to remember the fallen heroes. Thank you, comrades. Thank you. Comrades and members of the press, we are also very clear that our demand have been that Kenya National Commission on Human Rights makes public the names of victims and survivors whom they want to compensate. Up to date, wamekaidi sauti ya Wakenya. Waathiriwa wanalia, hawajui hali yao kama wako kwenye list ya malipo, lakini Kenya National Commission on Human Rights wamekaidi. We have heard now that a few individuals wamepigiwa simu, wanatumiwa ujumbe kwamba watalipwa 1,500 na wengi wao wanalipwa the same amount. Victims and survivors underwent different violations under different circumstances. They cannot be paid the same amount. This compensation, we think, is a shiraj. It is a way, is a decoy to just cover the ugly face of the killers. And that's why we are still reiterating here that if Kenya National Commission on Human Rights do not make the list public and do not compensate all the victims and survivors, on that day of June 25th, we shall also march with all the families and survivors to the Kenya National Commission offices or headquarters. Tuko tayari? Tuko tayari? Tuko tayari. Lastly, in addition to the hotlines that we have provided, human rights organizations, social justice actors are working around the clock to also deploy human rights monitors. And we will be monitoring all the actions and inactions of the police if they comply with the operation standards and relevant laws of the land. And so, we ask and we urge Kenyans, come out and pay homage to the dead, the comrades that lost their lives in the line of duty. Those that are unable to come to Nairobi, go to the relevant police stations within your locality and share a flag, wave the flag, share the flower to show that we are spreading love as much as we are demanding justice, and wave the white handkerchief to show we are peaceful. Also, we will also be led by the religious leaders, and they have assured us that indeed they will take leadership, and they say that they will sprinkle the water of blessings, because this nation seems to be cursed. The leadership seems to be cursed, and their way of operation seems not to respect God and God's creation. And so on that day, the religious leaders have assured us, the same way they assured us in the prayers 2 days ago, they will pray for the survivors, so that again President William Ruto and the police do not again shoot them in the legs. So families of victims and survivors, this is their day. Tunaomba polisi wasiwaharibie siku. Police officers, you are human beings, you are parents, you are sons and daughters, and you are Kenyans. What if it was your son who had died in this circumstance? Will you be happy when again you are tear gassed and maimed? Long live the struggle, long live!
Long live!
Forward with justice, forward!
Forward!
Thank you so much.
Questions?
Questions, yes? Yes.
What is your roadmap for justice? Where you're going to start from?
Thank you. We have made it very clear that we are not only going to march in town as a way of commemorating. Those that want to pray in their sitting rooms, in their homesteads, to do so, and let others join them in unison. Those that will be in their working places, let us show love for this country. So it will be in various locations in every part of this country. But those that will be in town, Nairobi CBD, and other major towns, we will be indicating in the nick of time places where people will meet, but more importantly is that we all know where our comrades were shot. In those important locations, Kenyans will go there to wave the flag, kwamba bado mapambano, and they will take there the flowers to show we love you. Even in your death, we stand with you. And so we shall be commemorating everywhere. We shall be commemorating everywhere.
Viva, comrade, viva!
And Kenya is a liberated land. And so any land, any part of this country will be a place and a position to commemorate our lost cadres. Thank you. Yes.
My question is, are you also part of the team, the political class that tendered a notice to the police about a protest? Also, are you convinced that the public apology issued by the President William Ruto about...
Let's start with the public apology. The public apology that was issued by President William Ruto ni kama pofu ya mkojo. It has no meaning whatsoever, because he's never committal if indeed they committed crimes. At one point, he calls the victims anarchists. At one point, he refers to them as treasoners. And at one point, he says they are patriotic. Can you believe doublespeak? But as much as he's using the public dais to claim that he's apologizing, families of victims and survivors have made it clear that can you call us so that you directly apologize to us. The families want direct apology so that they can look at Ruto in the eye and see if indeed he is apologetic for his crimes. So that remains. And on the issue of the politicians, I can also leave my brother here, but just to dive on it, we welcome all citizens of goodwill, those that believe in rule of law and accountability. But any element that want to hijack this process for political gain, selfish political gains, or little money, woe unto you. And fallen comrades are dead, but they are seeing, they are watching. They will deal with you the same way Albert Ojwang dealt with these tormentors in the cell. They will deal with you. Thank you.
Okay, to add on to that, Madam, is that we have what is known as truth, justice, peace, and reconciliation. So first of all, the truth has to come out, and then justice. So what happens is, you cannot say you are apologizing, but the victims and the people who did that are not being charged, or they are not asking for reconciliation or for forgiveness. What happened in South Africa is that the victims and the perpetrators came together. Before that, the Truth and Justice Commission, and they would admit, we were the people who took Stephen Biko, we are the people who did this, we did this, and then the families were at liberty to forgive and to move on. And those that they were found that they were culpable because they did it not for political reasons, somehow they were charged.
Thank you.
So there must be truth, justice, peace, and reconciliation.
Thank you.
Let me add something on that. This issue about 25th, it's not about politics. It's about that Kenyan who believes that on June 25th, 2024, whatever was done was not right. So those people who want to take advantage of the situation so that they can benefit themselves, shame on you. And I repeat, shame on you. We are appealing to everyone who believes that this country is heading towards the wrong direction. That person who believes that is the right time to do what is right towards this nation. That person who believes that you can bring a positive change towards this nation. And because we know on 25th, there will be a lot of things that will be happening. We have received a lot of threats from the DCI officers, police officers. We have received a lot of things that on 25th, our lives are on danger. We want to appeal to them today that personally, nikitoka kwa nyumba, nitaacha kama nimeambia bibi yangu nisiporudi, tell my kids that I died on a struggle to make sure that this country is conducive for my son and for my daughter. And I refuse to watch my kids suffering because of something that I can do right now and something that I can do when I have a chance to. This is the right time to do what is right. This is the right time to have a positive impact toward this nation. Asanteni sana.
Awesome is for everyone.